Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you how to cope with depression. Now, depression can be absolutely devastating in many different aspects, but if you keep the strategies that I will be outlining in this video in mind, you will definitely be one step closer to coping with depression. So let's get right to it. The best thing that you can do to cope with depression is to think about absolutely any positive aspect with regards to the situation that you are in. And I'm not saying that it's easy to think about the positive aspect, but you really have to try hard and you have to practically force yourself to think about any possible positive aspect that you can imagine within the situation that you are in. One example that comes to my mind is a person that is walking to work and gets soaking wet because a car drove through a puddle and the water from that puddle was splashed onto them. Now, don't get me wrong, it is absolutely hard to think about a positive aspect of this situation. But truthfully, the first positive thing that comes to my mind is the fact that you will be really memorable to your colleagues. When the person gets to work soaking wet, the colleagues will want to know what happened. And when the person tells the story to them, that person that is soaking wet will be absolutely memorable to the colleagues. In addition, it will truly build their character and confidence because not only will they be talking to their colleagues, but they will have to go through the workday being soaking wet. And if they can get through the workday being soaking wet, then their confidence will truly grow. So that is definitely a positive aspect of that horrible situation. A second example that comes to my mind is a person losing their job. Although this is an absolutely devastating situation to be in, it will allow that person to redefine themselves. It will also allow them to search out for better job opportunities. Maybe they were in their previous job and they were sort of stuck at a comfortable level, but when they lose their job, that is an opportunity to become redefined, to change a career path, and to truly see if that person was actually happy at their last job. And if they weren't happy at their last job with one or more aspects, they can change their career path and they can even search out for a higher paying job or a better job. Once again, I know that it's difficult to see the positive aspect of losing a job, but truthfully, if you really try really hard and you force yourself to see any positive aspect of a situation, you will be able to find the positive aspect that you are looking for. The cool thing about this strategy of coping with depression is that the positive aspects and the positive things will almost surely form a chain reaction. So just going back to the earlier example of a person losing their job. If someone loses their job and they redefine themselves and they try to get a job in a different career path or a different, working sector, then they will go into that interview being really, really happy. And they will stand a really good chance at getting that job because they are absolutely happy. And if they do get that job because they seem really energetic, positive, and happy, then they will, it will be much easier for them to advance within the company and make more money. Then that will cause them to be even happier. And now that they have more money, they can, provide a better life for their family because they can, let's say, go on an extra vacation every year. And that will cause them to be even happier and so forth. So it's just a matter of one small attempt at finding the positive aspect of a situation. And when you can find that positive aspect of the situation that you are in, then it will lead to a chain reaction of other positive things. And if you can just keep this optimist approach and you keep thinking about the positive aspects, the chain reaction will cause you to be even happier and find even more positive aspects, and they will keep building on each other. With that being said, a negative a negative chain reaction can also occur. So for instance, speaking of the hypothetical person that lost their job, that person, if they didn't see the positive aspect, will go into another interview for another job, and they will be, very sad and unenergetic and so forth. And that will cause them to not get the job. And then when they don't get the job that they interviewed for, they will be even more sad and even more down, and it will cause a negative chain reaction. So it's just a matter of, trying really hard and searching for that first positive aspect of the situation that you are in. And when you find that positive aspect, it will likely lead to other positive things and cause a chain reaction of positivity. And that is the best thing that you can do to cope with depression. Now, just as I said before in this video, depression can be absolutely devastating in so many different aspects. And the best strategy that I can outline for you is to just force yourself to see the positive aspect in absolutely any situation that you are in and in anything that you do. I'm not saying it's easy to see the positive aspect or the positivity in a situation, because there are some horrible situations. But if you force yourself and you try really, really hard to see the positive aspect, it will cause a chain reaction of other positive aspects, and that will really give you the power to cope with depression. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.